2.1, we're going to be evaluating these expressions. And the rule will go by, if we're multiplying by one negative in the entire process, the answer will be negative. If you're multiplying by two negatives in the process, it's positive. If there are three numbers that are negative and you're multiplying, the answer will be negative. If there are four negatives that are being multiplied, you'll have a positive, and five negatives multiplied will give you negative. So let's start here. 20, there's nothing needs to be done there, so we'll just write 20. Now let's do the multiplication first. These parentheses mean we're going to be doing multiplication. So the separation is by parentheses and nothing else, that's multiplication. So that's 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 times 1 makes us 6. Now we look at how many negatives we have. There's a total of 2 negatives that are multiplying. And according to the rule, if we're multiplying by 2 negatives, the final answer will be positive. Now what we have now is same signs, positive 20 and positive 6. Same signs will add, you'll get a 26. And the bigger sign wins, which is the 20. So that'll be a positive 26. Next, we have the 20 again. And we're multiplying 3, 2, and 1. So 3 times 2 times 1 is going to be 6. This time, we have a total of 1, 2, 3 negatives. So if you multiply by 3 negatives, your answer will be negative. So it's going to be a negative 6. So we have positive 20, negative 6. Those are different signs. Different signs subtract. We'll get 14. And the bigger sign wins, which is the 20. And the 20 is positive. So it'll be a positive 14. Next. So again, we brought down 20 first. Now let's bring down the negative 12 first. And right here we're multiplying. 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 times 1 makes a 6. And we're multiplying by 2 negatives in this entire process. So when you multiply by 2 negatives, you're going to get a positive. So it's going to be a positive 6. Now we have different signs. Different signs subtract. So we'll get 6 from 12 leaves 6. Then the bigger sign wins. The 12 is the bigger sign and it's negative. So this will be a negative 6. Next, we're going to bring down this negative 12. And then we're going to multiply these terms right here. So we have a 3 times 2 times 1. That's going to be 6. And you see that we have 3 negatives. Well, 3 negatives when multiplied will be a negative. So that'll be a negative on the 6. Now I see that we have same signs. Same signs are going to add. So we'll add that up. 12 and 6 make 18. The bigger sign wins. So the 12 here is negative. So the answer will be negative. Next we have a 20. So we're going to write that down. 20. And here we have expansion here. This is 2 to the second power. So this will be written as negative 3, parentheses 2, but written twice. Okay. Written twice because of the second power here. Now, let's see. We have the 20 again. No changes there. But we have multiplication here. We have a 3 times a 2 times a 2. So that's going to be 6 times 2, which is 12. And we're multiplying by 1 negative in this process right here. So if we multiply by just 1 negative, you'll get negative. So it's a negative 12. Now we have different signs. Different signs subtract. So 20 take away 12 will be 8. The bigger sign wins. So since the 20 is bigger, this will be a positive 8. Next, I'm going to write the negative 20 first. Let's put it over here. And then we're going to expand this right here, negative 2 to the second power. So this will be a negative 3, parentheses, negative 2, and then another parentheses, negative 2. That's the expansion of negative 2 to the second power right there. Okay, so negative 20 remains. And we're going to multiply these numbers here. We have a 3 times a 2 times a 2, which is a 6 times 2, which is 12. We have a total of 3 negatives. 3 negatives when multiplied gives you negative. So this will be negative there. Now we have same signs. Same signs are going to add. So 20 and 12, when those are added, we're going to get a 32. The bigger sign wins, so 20 is bigger, so we'll use the negative from the 20, and that'll be a negative 32. Okay, Let's take the 20 here, and let's move it there. And then we're going to expand this part, so we get negative 3, parentheses 2, parentheses 2. Okay, so the 20 remains, and we're going to multiply all of these parts right here. The 3 times the 2 times the 2. That'll be 6 times 2, which is 12. And since we're multiplying by one negative in this process, one negative when multiplied gives you negative. So we'll make that negative there. Now, these are different signs. So 20 and negative 12 are different, so we'll subtract those. So we get 8. The bigger sign wins, so 20 is bigger and it's positive, so this is going to be a positive 8. Next, we have a 3 and a 2 to the third power, so this will be 3. And this has to be written 3 times. So parentheses 2, parentheses 2, parentheses 2. Okay. Then the minus 3. And this 2 has to be written twice because it's to the second power. So parentheses 2, parentheses 2. All right, so these are all together. We're going to multiply the 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. So this will be 6 times 4, which is 24. Over here, we have a 3 times 2 times 2. So this will be a 6 times 2, which is 12. Since we're multiplying by one negative, we see here that one negative gives you negative, so this will be a negative 12. And these are different signs. Positive 24 and negative 12 are different signs, so we're going to subtract. So 24 take away 12 will be 12. The bigger sign wins, so the 24 is bigger, so this will be a positive 12.